Item: SCP-663. Object Class: Euclid. Special Containment Procedures: SCP-663 is to be kept in the second floor break room at Site-19. It is to remain in view of the security cameras, in a marked location near the sink. SCP-663 is not to be touched while processing. Only tap water is to be processed, with the reservoir filled every 6 hours. In the event that filling the reservoir ceases to effectively subdue SCP-663, it is to be placed in a soundproofed isolation chamber for 7 days. The desiccated human heart is then to be removed from the filtration chamber by one Level 2 researcher, and contained for study. The filter core is to be placed back in SCP-663, and then returned to the second floor break room. If SCP-663 is filled more than twice within 6 hours, it is to immediately be transported to a thermally shielded containment room by Level 1 personnel, and remain under thermal camera observation until it returns to room temperature. Description: SCP-663 is a brand water filtration pitcher, lacking a serial number and appearing slightly different from other models produced by. It appears to be capable of filtering any water-bearing solution into clean and drinkable water, nearly completely deionized. While filtering, there is a detectable heartbeat from the filter core, and it releases several calories of heat per gram of filtered solution. If the filter reservoir is refilled more than once in rapid succession, the entire outside surface of the pitcher will quickly become too hot to safely handle. SCP-663 will also begin to gurgle loudly, eventually screaming in a human voice that it is drowning, and for no more water to be added. If SCP-663 goes too long without being filled, it will begin voicing a need for water. It then progresses to screaming for help, claiming to be trapped, lost, and dying of thirst. Refilling the reservoir causes the vocalization to subside. After a period of several months, it will require water more frequently, eventually needing to be refilled so often that it constantly overheats. Once it reaches this point, the voice will constantly sound confused and frightened, eventually becoming increasingly pained and rasping until the source of the voice appears to expire of thirst. Once the voice and heartbeat cease, a dried human heart will fall into the bottom reservoir. The heartbeat will resume, and a different voice will come from SCP-663.